Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. Even though I might not like this, I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier. Then only for a minute, I want to change my mind. This just don't feel right to me. I wanna raise your spirits. I want to see you smile. No, that means I'll have to leave. No, that means I'll have to leave. Lately, I've been thinking, I want you to be happier. I want you to be happier. So I'll go, I will go.
Good morning, everyone. How is everyone? Everyone good? Welcome to the call, guys. Thank you for obviously taking the time out of your busy day. We understand that everyone has a busy schedule and to jump on here, and obviously someone has invited you to take a look at this opportunity today because they obviously seen something that's available that's obviously impacting their lives, and they're looking to obviously help other people as well along the way. So if anyone, I'm not sure where everyone's from, we're from all over the globe, I know. If you guys could please put in the chat bar where you're from so we can see where everyone's from and tuning in from, just to give us an idea of the impact that we're obviously having with this call today. So guys, look, I'm super excited today to be able to share this with you. This is something that I come across and it completely blew my mind. I couldn't actually believe what I was seeing. And so please look at this with an open mind, because when I first see it, I was like, is this too good to be true or what? And I can tell you, I've been in now around 12 months and yeah, it's creating something for me. Now, I have the pleasure today to be introducing someone who's not only a friend of mine now, but he's actually impacted me hugely in my life. I've known him for like 12 months, as I said, and some of the things, the traits that he's taught me has just changed my life. And just being around this person is really driving me to get to where I want to be in life and to reach my ambitions. Now, he's a #1 best-selling author. You can see, if you can see the screen right now on everyone's thing, he's actually got his book up on there. If you go on Amazon, you can see his book today. He's been a #1 bestseller for the last few weeks over Christmas and New Year. Please have a look at it. It is absolutely amazing book. I know some people on this call today have actually already read it and they've actually been sending me messages how amazing it is. Also, he's earned over $40 million in this industry that we're going to be talking about today over the time that he's been in here. He's a father, he's a husband, and he's been building a foundation for his family with our business. So guys, we want to share this with you today. It's my pleasure to be able to introduce this man. His name is Mr. Johnny Wimbrey. Johnny, are you on the call? Are you available, bro?
I am here. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much, Curtis, for that incredible introduction. I am honored to see all these smiling and happy faces from around the world. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Chloe, Rob. Giles is in the building. What's up, Marquise? I see you. Matthew from Canada is in the building. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know that we are broadcasting on multiple channels right now around the world, and I want to be respectful to your time. And if I have the thumbs up to get started, Rob and Curtis, are we ready to go? All right. I'm excited to be here. I'm going to change my view to speaker view. Hopefully that doesn't change anything for you. But I want to jump right into the purpose and the reason we are here. Like I said, my name is Johnny Wimbrey. I am from the Dallas-Fort Worth area in the United States of America. And we're going to show you something that we're absolutely excited about. And before we go into that, I kind of like to open up and just have real conversations. I don't know how to be anybody else but me. And anytime I change or alter my heart or my gut of who I am, I can always see the difference. And I feel like I'm robbing the people when I do that. So I'm saying all that to say this. I just want to have a heart to heart with you just for a second before we get started, because if I were you, and I tend to do my best to think, if I were seeing this for the first time, what would I want to know before he got started or before she got started, because your time is valuable. And if I'm going to ask for about 45 minutes of your time, at least I should justify why I deserve 45 minutes of your time. That's what I would want somebody to do for me. So that's what I want to do for you. Like Curtis said, I've been in this industry for 20 years now, very close to 21 years. February the 11th of the year 2000 is when I joined this industry. And on February the 11th of 2021 will literally be 21 years. And what's crazy is I feel like I'm 21 today. I need to grow up a little bit. I like to have fun. I like to make money. I like to show people how to live the absolute most positive, productive life that's possible to live. That's just who I am, and that's how I'm wired. And I want to ask you a question. I'm going to, well, I can't do it. It won't let me. But if you guys can take care of the waiting room, normally I just turn that off so we don't have to worry about it. And if you could turn off those chimes, let me see if that'll let me do that. I am the co-host. Turn off those chimes. I don't like that. It distracts me. And all right, very good. And just ask everybody to mute themselves. So Curtis, if you can mute yourself, you keep jumping in on me. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, if you had the opportunity to be at the right place at the right time, would you take action? Now, I know that regardless of who you are or where you're from, you're going to say yes. If I was at the right place at the right time, I would take action. There are people who aren't married today. They were at the right place at the right time. They just didn't take action. There are people who have passed up opportunities over and over and over again to get what they say they want in life, but it just doesn't look or wasn't designed the way they thought it was going to be rolled out to them. And that's what I want to talk about. Studies show that by the time you're 25 years old, now I'm 45, but by the time you're 25, you have already passed up the opportunity to become a millionaire twice. I didn't make the study up. And I remember hearing that for the first time. It was literally the day, February the 11th of the year 2000. And these are the type of things that were said to me that made me pay attention. I was a regional vice president for an insurance firm at 24, which I was the youngest person in the entire company from coast to coast across America that became a regional vice president. And it was traditional health and life insurance. And I was definitely the only person of color. So I was walking into a status that nobody had ever done before. And that title meant something to me. And I was so addicted and connected to that title that I wasn't focused on me and my future. And I know a lot of people, I live in a multi-million-dollar neighborhood, and it's sad because I don't know a lot of my neighbors. I've been here for 10 years, and I can maybe count maybe 4 families where I actually know their name. Why? They're always gone. They live in beautiful homes right next to me, but I don't know them because they're always working. They have this title that they have to maintain. And for me, success, like true success, is being able to do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, as much as you want to do it, without ever having to ask permission to start or finish. That is success to me. And that's the concept that I teach around the world. For over 20 years, I would say about at least 12 of those 20 years in this industry, I've shared the stages with people like Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, Dr. John Gray, done projects with Zig Ziglar when he was still alive, Oprah Winfrey, Steve Harvey, Grant Cardone, so many giants. I've been on stage, from Jerusalem to Singapore to Perth, Australia, to, the reason I say Perth, Australia, because most Australians have never even been to Perth, Australia. So I've been all over the world, and I teach this concept of entrepreneurialism. And when I heard someone say for the first time, by the time you're 25 years old, you've already passed up the opportunity to become a millionaire twice, that was 20 years ago. So I can only imagine what it is today. It may be every 10 years, someone passes up the opportunity to become a millionaire. So I go back to my original question. Is it possible for you to be at the right place at the right time? Think about that. This is Boomathon Friday. We're going to do presentations all day today. And this is the first setup. You are literally a part of the first setup, the first Boomathon that has happened in 2021. And the reason we're doing this because we have the hopes that you join us today, this hour, and you'll be making money with us 2 hours from now. That's our goal. And all you have to do is lead people to us, and we're going to do the work for you. So with all that being said, is it possible for you to be at the right place at the right time? If you can entertain that possibility and go down this path with me for the next 35 minutes, I promise you, I'm not going to let you down. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to jump right into the reason and the purpose that we are here. Let me go into full presentation mode. Where are you at? Let me see if that does it right here. And we are off to the races. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out all the videos because I am easily distracted, especially when I see people smiling and nodding and paying attention to what I'm saying. That gets me even more excited. So, what you're looking at right now, that is the name of our company. The name of our company is called Ibuumerang. Now, I want you to think about that. It's across my chest. Ibuumerang. What the heck does that mean? Well, what if I told you you have been a part of a process ever since social media has existed, and you have served, you have built, you have shared, you have created global exposure for entities that have zero boomerang effect. When I pick up my phone and I order a car to come pick me up, and a stranger comes to me, no matter where I'm at, a stranger picks me up and takes me to my destination, and there's zero relationship with the driver. My relationship is with the technology. My safety, the feeling that I get is not from the driver, it's from the technology. So then I share it with my family members and friends. Hey, it worked for me. And now you have millions of people in every country around the world that are using rideshare apps. Why? Because somebody shared it with a family member or friend with zero expectations of getting anything in return, maybe a referral fee, but there's no real boomerang effect. You built Instagram for free, no boomerang effect. Amazon for free, no boomerang effect. LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, all of these entities. We created the world's youngest billionaire at the time, Mark Zuckerberg, and we did it for free. Why are we not recognizing the fact that we have what it takes to create billions in revenue without expecting the boomerang effect? So here's what I want to challenge you. The next time you share a technology with a family member or friend and the company makes money and you make zero, I want you to think to yourself, there's no boomerang effect. There's no boomerang. Nothing's coming back to me. Everything that you are about to see, in every essence, in every bit of form, it is designed so something comes back to you when you share our technologies for free. Just like Instagram is free. Just like Facebook is free, Twitter is free, YouTube is free, joining Amazon is free, downloading a rideshare app is free. But my question to you is, when are you going to get that boomerang effect? We're going to talk about money, ladies and gentlemen, so I have to do a disclaimer. Ibuumerang cannot make and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money from our program, information, tools, or strategies. As you continue to read, let me give you a comparison of what you're looking at right now. Your local gym, the gym that you go to in your community, you may pay a monthly fee. Maybe it's a part of your homeowners association, whatever it is, a portion of your money on a monthly basis goes to having access to that gym. Now, when you join a local gym, when I join my local gym, I have to sign papers. And in the midst of those papers that I'm signing, there is a disclaimer. And the disclaimer says, hey, you see that guy over there with six-pack abs that's super serious about being here? We can't guarantee you're going to get those results. You see that lady over there doing laps in the pool for the last 45 minutes, and when she gets out, her body is flawless and everybody's looking at her. We cannot guarantee those results for you. Why? Because we don't know your commitment level. Your local gym makes you sign a disclaimer statement that says, we can't guarantee you're going to lose weight. We can't guarantee you're going to get sexy. We can't guarantee you're going to get healthy. We don't know your commitment level. But what we can tell you is you have access to everything in this gym. When you walk through the door, you got treadmills, ellipticals, swimming pool, sauna, tennis, racquetball, whatever it is. Basketball, you have access to everything that all these fine and sexy people have access to, but we don't know if you're going to come back. We don't know if you're going to use it. So there's a disclaimer statement. So the same thing is happening with us. The same thing that has already, the tools, the systems that have already created $3 million earners in the first 18 months of the existence of Ibuumerang, multiple six-figure earners on an annual basis. Some people, making like dozens, if not hundreds of people making 5 figures on a monthly basis. The same tools that they have access to, the same systems they have access to, you're going to have access to. But our disclaimer is we can't guarantee you that you're going to get those results because we don't know if we're ever going to see you again. So with all that being said, let's jump into the presentation. The presentation, I'm going to start off with 3 questions. And these 3 questions are real for me. And that's why I keep these in the presentation. Is it time for you to take control? Now, here's the crazy thing. You get to determine what the definition of a control is, not me. What do you want more control of? It's your answer, not mine. For me, I want to control my children's education. I want to control where my wife goes grocery shopping. I want to control the atmosphere and the neighborhood that I live in. I was raised around gangs and violence and drugs my entire life as a youth, so I've taken control of my life to provide safety and purity for my kids as much as possible. It's your definition, not mine. Is it time for you to make more money? Now, if you can't say yes to that question, I don't care if you're watching this on a repeat. I don't care if you're watching it live. If you can't say, yes, I want to make more money, disconnect. There is no reason to stay on this presentation moving forward if you can't say, yes, I want to earn more money. There is not one self-made millionaire that I know, and I know a lot of them, and I know a lot of celebrities. Not one of them would say, I don't want to make more money. So if you can't say yes to that, I promise you, go have an early lunch, an early dinner, depending on what part of the world you're in, you are dismissed. The third thing is it time for you to start a home-based business? Now, I believe from the bottom of my heart, I teach entrepreneurialism around the world with or without Ibuumerang. This is something that I'm an expert at. And I would think that anybody who's made $1 million a year doing the exact same thing and more for well over 15 years consecutively, whatever you're doing, you're an expert. That's what I do in home-based businesses. I've made millions. I've done billions in revenue. So I know this like the back of my hands. If you don't have a home-based business, even if you don't join Ibuumerang, you better get one. There's so many more advantages that you can take in life, especially when it comes to taxes and your personal government. Listen, I'm not a tax professional, but I can tell you this, having a home-based business puts me in a category that saves me hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in taxes. Get with your local or your tax professional. They'll share with you why there are tax benefits to having a home-based business. Now, our mission is to provide an opportunity to succeed without selling by offering a 5-star lifestyle at 3-star prices. Now, there's 3 words on this page that stand out to me, and they're the most important words as we go through this presentation moving forward. And it says, succeed without selling. Now, why am I pausing? Because I really want you to understand what I just said. Succeed without selling. Is that possible? You did it for Amazon. You did it for YouTube. You never sold Facebook to anybody. You never ever told somebody, hey, if you buy Facebook, you just shared it. But Mark Zuckerberg succeeded and you sold nothing. All you did was share something you were excited about. We offer 5-star lifestyle at 3-star prices. That's pretty much our core message. Now, the image that you're looking at right now, this particular image that you are looking at right now, our mission, I'm sorry, one second. What you're looking at right now, if you want to move into the old school way of doing business, the absolute old school way of doing business, then you're going to look like what most companies look like for over 90 years. And I'm not exaggerating. In the home-based business arena, in the network marketing industry, it still looks the same way it looked 90 years ago when our industry started. Someone said, hey, this plastic container is going to keep your food safe. It's going to keep your food fresh. And you can buy these plastic containers and sell it to your family members and friends to help them keep their food safe. And now you have this thing called multi-level marketing, network marketing, home-based businesses. And now everybody has these plastic. And then it moved into vitamins, shampoo, toothpaste, washing detergent. And now the whole world, makeup, skincare, the whole 9 yards. If you want to join a home-based business and go sell to your family members and friends, there are several old school companies that are starting this year, and they may be a new company, but they have an old mindset. And the old mindset is this: you got to be a great salesperson. Hey, family members, switch your water to my water so you can be healthy. Switch your makeup to my makeup so you'll have all those toxins out of your world. That's what we did in the old school world that still lives today. Now, the number one fastest growing company in the entire world is Amazon.com. When's the last time a salesperson from Amazon called you and said, hey, switch your shopping habits to Amazon? Not one salesperson, not one phone call. Success without selling. The number one fastest growing company in the entire world right now has moved into the modern era of opportunities, but no network marketing company has done it yet. Why? Because you have to sell. No sales, no money. Listen, we want to move into the modern era of opportunity. The modern era of opportunity where you can make money when your free customers save money. You hear what I just said? Your free customers save money and you make money. What if Amazon did that? How much more would you share Amazon if you were financially incentivized to do so? How much more would you share YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook? All these great platforms that we use every single day, all day, every day. If they had a boomerang effect, if I were able to share a technology and people save money, and every single time that person is linked to me and anything that they do and benefit from a service that I introduce them to, there is a full-fledged boomerang effect that comes back to me. That, my friends, is the modern era of opportunity, and let's jump into it. Who and what you are looking at right now, this is what we call our Hall of Fame executive global team. All of these individuals combined well over 200 years of combined experience and expertise of building billion-dollar entities that have surpassed and grow and has growth in over 100 countries around the world. All of these individuals came together under one roof to establish and create Ibuumerang. I don't have time to talk about every single one of them, but there's one gentleman that I'm going to stop and slow down to talk about right now, and that's our chairman and CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs. This is the X factor of leadership, people. In 1990, this guy, as a young man in our industry, this guy started in the home-based business arena as a teenager. He was that kid that saw somebody on stage that said, anybody can do this. And he said, well, if anybody can do it, I want to do it. So he gets excited. He goes home to his families and his friends, and he has his, knives and toothpaste and whatever it is that he's going to share with his family. And he starts realizing none of his family is switching their water with him. None of his family is switching the toothpaste with him. They're not switching their detergent. This is family that's saying no. And then he starts realizing you got to be good at sales. So he went to every training possible. This teenager finally, as a young adult, gets up to about $500 a month in about a 7-year period. And I know what you're thinking right there. That's not success. I agree. That's not success in terms of monetary value, but in terms of his education and what he learned to do and what not to do, it has made him a legend in our industry. In 1997, he developed a formula and system to achieve rapid success. In 2009, I'm slowing down because I don't want you to miss this. Whether this is being translated in multiple languages, I'm slowing down because I don't even want our translators to miss what I'm about to say. He coached over 50 people in a 10-year period, 1 decade, to earn over $1 million. Record-breaking earnings and sales in 10 years. Now, listen, he was in a coffee company. His primary product was coffee, and then nutritional products around the coffee industry. This guy didn't even drink coffee, but he got excited because he was fascinated with Starbucks and so many other companies. And he said, listen, we can do this as independent distributors. He built the largest independent distributorship of coffee salespeople that the world has ever seen. In a 10-year period, this guy earned over $100 million in commissions. Now, what I'm about to say to you you can't challenge it. You just can't. He's the only living person in the world that can say what I just said. There's nobody living or dead that has ever accomplished that in our industry, not as a distributor. Nobody has started a company and within 10 years, from the day you start, from the day you walk away, you earned over $100 million. He is the only living person on the planet that can say he did that. And that's when he walked away to start his own company, because he wanted to break his own records with individuals just like us. And he's driving this train and he's going to show us how to do it. He started and launched Ibuumerang March 2019. And listen, that was the pre-launch. That wasn't even the official launch. It was a pre-launch. During the pre-launch period, we officially launched the company September 1st of 2019. Now, there was an article that was dropped on Ibuumerang. There is a third-party source. If you are in our industry, you know who they are. There's a third-party source, and this third-party source, basically in a nutshell, they govern the industry of home-based businesses on a global scale. And they're the only company I know for the last decade that does this. They literally put out articles about every company that's making history, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They are not afraid to drop an article. They're called businessforhome.org. They're out of the Netherlands, in Europe, and they dropped an article on us. And that article hit about February or January of 2020. And that article said that Ibuumerang was the fastest growing company in the entire world in 2019 in home-based businesses. We're the fastest growing company in the world the year we launched, and we didn't even have an entire year to compete with the other companies. There's one reason that happened, and one reason only, ladies and gentlemen. That is that guy right there, Mr. Holton Buggs. He is a record breaker. Now my time is to ask you this question. If you had an opportunity to be able to get involved with something, would you want to get in on the ground floor, or would you want to get in when the whole world knew about it? Listen to me. I see so many people who get on airplanes that are already in the air. The best and safest way to get on an airplane is when it's on the ground. This is a ground floor opportunity. Our team created a concept to make the future of business easier by developing what you are looking at right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the absolute most exciting technology of my life. I've never seen anything like it before that allowed me to participate in the success of it. I am an ambassador of Ibuumerang, and we have the hopes that after this presentation, 20 minutes from now, that you will have a desire and a passion to be an ambassador of Ibuumerang. You are looking at the PRIB, P-R-I-B. It's a trademark, registered trademark. It is the perpetual residual income builder. Perpetual, because what you're looking at right now, that's the logo. The PRIB never sleeps. It is a heartbeat. While I'm talking to you right now, the PRIB is working for me in over 70 countries around the world, literally right now. Right now, because of the PRIB, I am making money while I'm talking to you in my home in South Lake, Texas, and I'm making money right now this second in Singapore. I'm making money right now this second in the United Kingdom, in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Ghana, Greece, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Poland, all over the world while I'm talking to you right now. Now think to yourself, as a traditional person who has a traditional job, how much money are you making outside of just clocking in and going to work? The PRIB creates an opportunity where you can make money while you're asleep, even while you're on your regular job. And that's what we show people how to do. So you may say, okay, Johnny, what's the PRIB? I'm glad you asked. The PRIB is an eating, breathing, never sleeping technology that has artificial intelligence that learns our free customers' habits. It learns our free customers' wants. It learns how they move, when they move, and everything that they do. When it comes to understanding them, the PRIB is studying them. And you may say, Johnny, I've never heard of anything like this before. Doesn't matter if you heard about it. You're being studied by Amazon right now. When you pull up on Amazon and you go search for my book, Building a Millionaire Mindset, go search that book. Watch what happens. You are going to start seeing messages and pop-up ads on Facebook, Google, and so many other entities that talk about wealth strategies. Why? My book is about wealth strategies. How does it know that you're interested in wealth strategies? Well, they know that you searched for a book 3 or 4 days ago. That's artificial intelligence. When you walk into a local supermarket or you go to the mall and you stay on one aisle for a certain amount of time, they know what's on that aisle. So if you're on that aisle for 15 minutes and the aisle that you were on before, you were there just there for 60 seconds, they know that you're interested in things on that aisle. That is artificial intelligence. There's nothing you could do about it. But my question is, could you create a boomerang effect where you could be financially incentivized by an artificial intelligence that's not just studying you, it's studying all of your free customers? Now, listen, there's not one human being, not one breathing human being that will ever have access to this information. It's artificial. It's a algorithm. It works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It does not need a human mind to monitor it. It's monitoring the human mind. So think about this. If you can create an atmosphere like Amazon did with us, like Facebook did with us, they know the time of year that we like to travel. They know everything about us. So they only offer us things that we like. I've never been mad at Amazon. Why? They only show me what I like. If I go to my wife's phone and I look at her Amazon account, I'm going to see something totally different than when I go to mine. Why? They study her, they study me, and they only show me what I want to see, what my likes are, and what my passions are. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into how this thing starts making money. Now, let's say that you are a part of the Prib like most of us are. Now, remember, as an ambassador of Ibuumerang, I am an entrepreneur inside Ibuumerang. I am a distributor. I am able to distribute the Prib on a global basis to free customers around the world, which means I can make money. An ambassador can make money in Ibuumerang, or you could be a free customer. A free customer, you don't pay any money to be a free customer, but you can never make any money. You're not an entrepreneur, you're just a free customer. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've got a lot of family members and friends who are my free customers inside the Prib. And once I put them inside the Prib, I never talk to them again. I don't sell them anything. I don't motivate them to do anything. I don't say, hey, let's go do this. Nothing. The Prib does everything for me. Now imagine you have a technology that's designed to work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with your customers following up, selling, upselling, cross-selling, even building a team of ambassadors. I'm not just an ambassador. I have thousands of ambassadors that are a part of my organization because I started building a team. So all of my ambassadors who are entrepreneurs are starting to put customers inside their Prib. And what's crazy is their customers are attached to me too. Even though I didn't bring their customers in, I brought the ambassador who brought the customers in. That's why it's network marketing, because your network and the marketing strength of the Prib is paying you based on everything that's happening on your Prib. It's your team. It does your welcome, the orientations, the trainings, the upgrades, the events, retention. It does all that for us. When we have an event in Ibuumerang, the Prib promotes the event. Everything and every reason that most people fail in network marketing, it doesn't exist here. Why? Because we have an algorithm. We have the Prib that's working for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, the very first vertical of the Prib, this is the front door to the Prib. This is the foundation of the Prib. We have an I Go Travel website. We own it. Nobody else can use it. Holton Buggs went out and he purchased a 20-year-old travel company that had already done over $1 billion in revenue in the last 20 years. Why would he purchase a 20-year-old travel company? Well, think like an entrepreneur. Every company in travel has to be registered to do business in every country that they're in. So instead of Holton having to go register one at a time, every country around the world, because we're a new company, he bought an old company that was already registered to do business in most countries around the world. And boom, the day we launched was the day we boomed, because we didn't have to wait to get registered. Why travel though? Why would we start with travel? Well, why did Amazon start with books? Why did Amazon, you ever think about that? Why did Amazon just start with books? I'm a #1 best-selling author of more than one book. I know how books, it's not a very profitable business to be in. Nobody writes books to make millions of dollars on books. They write books because they get speaking engagements, they get appearances, and that's where they make their millions. That's where we make our millions, as personalities. So why would Amazon start with books? Because whatever you read is who you are. So if Amazon used books to learn people over the last 2 decades, and they're learning people over the last 2 decades based on what they read, I would say for the first decade, for what they read, If you order a book on how to be a stay-at-home chef, you just told Amazon and every single thing in their algorithm that you like to entertain. You're going to be buying, groceries. You're going to be buying utensils and party utensils because you like to entertain. They know that about you. That's just one thing they know about you. Well, what about the next book that you order? We did the same thing with travel. Why? Travel is the largest industry in the entire world. There's no other industry larger than travel. I've been in the travel space since 2009. I've built one of the largest teams in the entire world in a travel club. So I understand travel, but ask me how much money I've made off travel. I've done $1 billion in revenue in travel in 12 years since 2009. Ask me how much money I made in travel before joining Ibuumerang. Zero, because I'm not a travel agent. You can't pay anybody the commissions on travel unless you're a travel agent. The reason we chose travel because it's the largest industry in the entire world. But because of our concept of Ibuumerang to bring 5-star lifestyles for 3-star prices, we are not in the business to make money on travel. That's going to mean a lot to you in just a minute when I'll explain what I just said. We're not in the business to make money on travel. These companies are. These companies, Booking Holdings and Expedia Group, they are responsible for over 45 of the largest websites on booking engines in the entire world. They have the exact same back engine. It looks different. It may feel different, but in the background, the same technology is doing the exact same work. If you're on kayak.com, you're on Booking Holdings. It may feel and look different. If you're on a Priceline.com and you're committed and dedicated and you sell your life to Priceline and you just say, I'm never going to use another booking engine, Expedia doesn't care. They got you. You're faithful to their technology. But what's the difference? Well, these companies did over $190 billion in revenue in 2018 alone. And every single one of their bookings, they upsell their travel. Why? Because they are in the business to make money on travel. We're not. We are in the business of our free customers bragging about savings. Because when they brag about savings, they're bringing more people into the crib. And when they brag about our technologies and the way they work, there are more people coming into the crib. See, we did this with Facebook for free. People bragging and having fun and talking about their experiences and posting pictures and traveling and doing all this other stuff, but not one dime, zero money was sent out with the boomerang effect to those individuals that built the largest entities in the world. Mark Zuckerberg designed it, we built it. So we pass the savings on to all of our ambassadors as well as our free customers. Let me give you some examples. Now, what you're looking at right now, these are real screenshots that happened in Ibuumerang. 4.5-star hotel, New York City, Expedia versus iGo. On our platform, we let you see the competitors. We want you to know what the real live pricing is at that moment when you search for a car, when you search for a hotel, a cruise, whatever it is. We want you to know what the competitors, and if the competitors have a better price, go book it with them. We lose nothing, but we're so confident in our prices. We know you're going to come back. Why? Look at this. 4.5-star hotel, iGo versus Expedia, same hotel, same everything. Nothing is different, not even the day or the hour. Everything is exactly the same. Congratulations, Ruben. You saved $1,341 on this booking. Second one, Paris, France, 4.5-star hotel or 4-star hotel. Can't see it. I'm covered up. 4-star hotel. Travelocity versus iGo. Congratulations, Ian. You saved $624 on this booking. Same thing, rentalcars.com versus iGo. This happens to be our CEO and founder, Holton Buggs. Congratulations, Mr. Buggs. You saved $1,589 on this one booking. Do you realize I'm only talking about the savings? I'm not even talking about the prices. Why? I don't make money to talk about prices. I only make money when my customers save money. Are you starting to get the point? As an ambassador, I want my free customers saving money because if they save money, I make money. They win, I win. They love the crib, I love the crib. They're telling people about the crib, I'm telling people about the crib. But the only way you can get access to the crib is if you have a digital boomerang that's offered to you by an ambassador. This is not open to the public, people. You can't even log in and see these prices unless you have a boomerang, a digital boomerang. Why is that important to understand? We'll never have to compete with anything that's out there because we have the proprietary technology. Access to a 5-star lifestyle at 3-star prices. The core services just on the iGo platform: hotels, rental cars, cruises, flights, home, weekend getaways, marketplace travel, timeshare ownership. Listen, I know that many people buy timeshares. You will never have to buy another timeshare in your life. We have access to the world's largest database of timeshares in the world that's inside the Prib, inside iGo, and all you have to do is have access to a digital code to get access to this. And if you know an ambassador, obviously they led you to this presentation, you can get a free code for them, or you can get serious about it and make money with us by becoming an ambassador, and you get both at the exact same time. So remember, this is the Prib. The Prib works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So look at the excursions and everything that goes around travel. If we just use travel and travel alone to get to know our free customers by using an artificial intelligence, we will know way more about our customers than Amazon does with books. Why? People just read books, but when you travel, we know who you are. We know the time of year you want to travel. We know how many people you want to travel with. We know the level of travel that you want: first class, business class, coach, whatever it is. We know, not us, not we, not people. The algorithm knows. So now they're learning you, and they're starting to send you specials and packages and deals based on your personality. We never talk to our customers. We never sell our customers anything when it comes to our technologies. We enter them into the Prib, and the Prib begins to do the work for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just getting started. Do you boomerang? Now, I believe the entire world will say this one day. Do you boomerang? Well, Johnny, what are you talking about? Do you remember a time before people said, did you Google that? Why do people say, did you Google that? What they really mean is, did you search the internet for that? But they say Google. There's only one reason they say Google: because Google's a household word. Google is the dominating factor when it comes to search engines on a global scale by far. Would you rather invest in Google before the whole world said, did you Google that? Or would you rather invest in Google after the entire world is already saying, did you Google that? They're in the air and you invested too late. The whole world will say, did you boomerang that? Did you boom that? Did you check the Prib? My question to you is, when do you want to get on the airplane? When the airplane is on the ground, or do you want to wait until that airplane goes into the air and the whole world knows we exist? These individuals that help us take the boom around the world, we have people in Australia right now who's watching this presentation. We have people in America right now watching this presentation. We have people throughout Europe right now that's watching this presentation, even in Africa right now watching this presentation, South America, Asia. Why? The boom is already beginning to spread. I believe in the next 3 years, the entire world will start hearing the word, and it will start echoing boomerang. Did you boomerang that? Did you Prib that? I would say 5 to 10 years from now, those of you who join us now, you will ride the wave of where we're headed. You're not in business by yourself. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself, because we are here to help you build and build together. Ladies and gentlemen, 18 months into the boomerang, 18 months in existence, we already have 1 million customers that are inside the Prib. So give yourselves a hand. We could not have done this without our Ibuumerang ambassadors. Now, I am an ambassador of Ibuumerang. I do not own Ibuumerang. I am an ambassador just like anybody else. I am one of the top money owners in the world, but I just got excited about it and I started to share it and share it and share it. And on a global scale, I'm helping people make money by sharing the boom with them. Ladies and gentlemen, we always start with iGo. iGo is the birth of Ibuumerang. iGo is the introduction to every free customer that we put into the Prib. The first thing they're going to find out about is iGo. Why? Because travel is the sexiest subject on the planet. Travel is the only subject that doesn't start arguments. Everybody wants to travel. So we started with the technology. We started with the product that everybody loves. With or without Ibuumerang, you would rather be traveling right now, especially during COVID-19. You would rather be on some beach in the world sipping a margarita with somebody you love than being on a presentation with me. That's how I know you want to travel. Well, why don't you make money when people travel? Ladies and gentlemen, the travel industry is expected to have a higher level of percentage growth in the next 18 months like nothing has ever been seen before. Why? Everybody's in a holding pattern on a global scale waiting to travel. I was in Cancun 3 weeks ago. It was packed. I was in Cabo, St. Lucas about 8 weeks ago. It was packed. I will be back in Cabo in 3 weeks from right now. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, the airports are packed. People are traveling. People are having fun around the world. But wait until COVID lifts and watch what happens. Do you want to be prepared, or do you want to join after the boom starts? We have Zents. If you've been looking at what I'm wearing in my nose right here, this is Zents. Zents is a wearable technology for aromatherapy. Thousands of years of research has gone into aromatherapy. People study aromatherapy around the world. It has been proven that aromatherapy, when you light a candle and you are in that room with the candle, that candle will literally alter your mood. They have candles that you can light that will give you energy. They have candles that you can light and it literally will relax you. It will literally, they are coming up with technologies using aromatherapy as we speak that will suppress your appetite. It already exists, but nobody delivers aromatherapy like Ibuumerang. We have the patent technology on this. I am wearing in my nose right now what's equivalent to what you put on your head as earphones. Just like we put earphones on back in the old days, goes over our head and goes right here. It's literally upside down, same function that clamps inside your nose on both sides, and it's comfortable, it's invisible, and it's pretty much, I always forget that I'm wearing it. I wear it when I get massages. I definitely wear it when I do presentations because it gives me energy. But when I get a massage, I want to relax. This is the only place on the entire planet that you can get Zents. You have to go through an ambassador of Ibuumerang. So we do have people in Ibuumerang that are being very successful selling Zents. Now, we will have iGo millionaires in Ibuumerang, just iGo alone. We will have Zents millionaires just on Zents alone. And then we rolled out Vibe Rides. Now, Vibe Rides, in my opinion, will be creating the fastest millionaires in the world, I would say, in about 5 years from now. Why? We bought our own rideshare company. Not we, Holton Buggs did. It was more expensive to buy a rideshare company than it was for him to launch Ibuumerang. Why would he do that? In the first 18 months of existence, why would you buy a rideshare company when you're just 6 months into inception? He did it, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, Vibe Rides is available on an app throughout the state of Texas and the United States. We are in beta form. We have expanded into Florida, now into Georgia, soon to be Mexico City, because Mexico City is one of the largest cities in the entire world, and it's the closest non-US market to our headquarters. So then it has already been said that the United Kingdom will be the first non-North America country that will have Vibe Rides. Imagine having a fleet of drivers 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, driving for you, making you money, and you don't even know them. You don't know who's in their car. You don't know when they get out of their car. Not only am I talking to you right now and I have a fleet of drivers in my team driving, I know people in the United Kingdom who have more drivers in Texas than ambassadors do who live in Texas. You hear what I just said? You don't have to wait for your country to launch Vibe Rides to make money with Vibe Rides. I have people that are in Nigeria that have drivers on the road in Houston, Texas right now. So imagine you have free customers that land in Miami, Florida to go on vacation, and they get a text message. Hey, our first ride is on you. We see that you just got to Miami. Download this app, order your Vibe Ride. Our first ride is free. That's going to happen on a global scale. Ladies and gentlemen, you share rideshare applications all the time. You don't make money to share it, but you share it. Now come make money to share it. Vibe Rides will be an absolute explosion for the Prib. Now, here's the thing. There's only one way you can get inside a Vibe Ride. You got to have a boomerang. You have to have a digital code. You have to have a digital code, and that digital code will allow you to basically have access to downloading the app and Vibe Rides. I need everybody to mute, please. Please mute. Curtis, if you ever get me on a conference call, I need to be in control of the mutes. Somebody else is in control. I need everybody muted if we continue this conversation, this presentation. Now, over 1 million are in the Prib. We also have Bill Genius. Now, I can tell you Bill Genius, they definitely will be Bill Genius millionaires. Bill Genius basically is in America only right now. And again, I know more people. I'll say this. I know people in Europe that have more customers in Bill Genius in America than Americans have. Why? You don't have to live in America to make money in America. Bill Genius is basically a technology that works for us to help us save bills. My wife does this. I'm not an administrative person. She goes into Bill Genius. She uploaded our phone bills. Boom. We get a phone call I'm an email that says, congratulations, we saved you $600 for the next 12 months on your mobile bill. $600 in savings? That is paid out in a commissionable form because your customers save money. Listen, it's 5-star lifestyle, 3-star prices. When your customers save money, you make money. I am my sponsor's customer. Listen, it's not even that. They uploaded my cable bill. I got an email. Congratulations. We saved you $250 in the next 3 months on your cable bill. Have no idea how they did it. I don't care how they did it. I had 0 conversations about saving money with any of my companies, but Bill Genius does the conversations for me. These are the first 4 verticals that we are launching inside the Prib. iGo is basically the global house for everything that we offer in the Prib. And then as these particular products come to your market, they will roll out to you. In the time being, you can make money in any market that these technologies are in. But most people, for the first 90 days, they are glued to iGo when you start realizing how it works. So we rolled out an opportunity like never before. And remember, our product is the Prib. We will continue to plug verticals inside the Prib, like the image that you're seeing right now. These are the first 4 verticals. iGo is the front door to the Prib. Now, what you're looking at right now is probably one of the most imitating screens that I look at during my presentation, is because I really don't understand anything you're looking at. I don't care to understand it. I know how to send people a text message. If I have a code and I send them a code and they activate that code, that's a boomerang that they just activated. They become my customer for life. If I send somebody a code and they become an ambassador based on watching the code and watching the presentation, and they sign up without even calling me, they are in my team. I never have to talk to them again. The Prib begins the relationship. So we have codes, digital codes, scans, whatever you want to use to help build your business. All you have to do is know how to send a code to somebody, and it's super simple. In 20 seconds from right now, if you don't join Ibuumerang, you get with the person who invited you on this presentation, and they can send you a code to be a free customer for life. And anything you do in the Prib, when you save money, they're going to make money. So let me give you some visual examples. Travel savings bonuses. Look over here in the orange where it says 40%. That is an ambassador platform. Remember, an ambassador is someone who can make money in Ibuumerang. A free customer cannot make money. They can save money. They can't make money. So they save 40% as ambassador, 5-star resort in Cancun, $424 in savings. Same thing, 20% as a iGo customer. You are a free customer, so you're not going to save as much as an ambassador, but you still get savings, $212. Why is there a difference? Well, 50% is paid to the referring ambassador as a direct travel savings bonus. So let's follow that green circle. Let's say that you have a couple that's inside your Prib. You never talk to them, nothing. Maybe they get an email that talks about going to Cancun, and they see this email and they want to save money and they book it. Boom. They never talked to you. You didn't do anything. You did no work. You sold nothing. You would make $106 on the savings. Why? Because they saved $212. You get 50% goes to the referring ambassador. Please mute. One more time. Please mute. Curtis, turn off the feature where they cannot unmute themselves, please. So let me give you another example. iGo customer acquisition model. Let's say this is you, and you have 10 customers that are inside the Prib. Your 10 customers that are inside your Prib, let's say they save $300 their first year in being inside the Prib. Well, what would that make for you based on this hypothetical example? That's $3,000 in savings of 10 people. Now, my very first saving was $2,200 on one hotel. But let's just say 10 people save $300, taking the numbers way down just to be realistic for average travel. That's $1,500 US that you would make on that year on 10 free customers just on iGo. This has nothing to do with them getting in a Vibe ride or even becoming a Vibe driver. You could become a Vibe driver, and now you have drivers on the road working for you. So you can have drivers and you can have free customers. It doesn't matter. When these customers save money, you make money. There are 6 ways to earn income in Ibuumerang. You get a referral bonus. So every single time you sign up an ambassador, they become an ambassador in Ibuumerang. Depending on what level they become an ambassador, there is a referral bonus that's paid out. There's a direct customer bonus that's paid out. When your customers save money, you make money. When your customers order Zents from you, you make money. When you resell those Zents, you can up the price and sell them in your store.
Sell them at your salon, sell them, in your beauty shop, whatever. It doesn't matter. You literally can go to a hospital and sell 1,000 Zents to people who are wearing face masks all day so they can smell good and smell fresh all day through their nose. Fast start accelerating bonus. That basically means we always have bonuses in place for those of you who want to have a fast start. I've seen people have a fast start in Ibuumerang and make $1,000 bonus just because they hit a certain level, an early level rank in our company called Sapphire. That's just because you hit a fast start bonus. They're always going on. Dual team compensation. The dual team compensation plan has by far been more than 80% of all the money that I've made in Ibuumerang in the last 18 months. About 80 to 90% of that has come from the dual team compensation plan. Unilevel commissions. Unilevel commissions are paid out every 20th of the month. Every 20th since I joined Ibuumerang, boom, I get a commission. Every Monday, boom, my commissions are paid on a weekly basis. So the weekly pay, that's where your fast start bonuses, your direct bonuses are paid. That is paid every Monday. And we get paid every 20th of the month on the residual, which is the unilevel commissions, as well as the leadership infinity bonuses. And infinity, that's a very powerful word. When's the last time you got paid infinity on anything you've ever done? Welcome to the boom, ladies and gentlemen. This screen right here that you're looking at right now is the absolute most important screen in the presentation when it comes to understanding business of timing and business of placement. If you're an investor, there's 3 things that you look for: and timing, timing, and timing. If you are in real estate, there's 3 things that you look for: location, location, location. Well, you're about to see those 3 things are going on in play on both sides. Let's say that this young lady, just give you an example. Let's say that this young lady just joined Ibuumerang yesterday. And let's say she has 5 people who are on this presentation right now. She's not doing any work. We're doing all the work for her. And let's say that based on what I'm about to say, and I need you to hear me very clearly, if you're watching this presentation for the first time and you know for a fact you want to join the boom, text the person right now that invited you. And you literally just say, I want to be first on your team. Why? I'm about to share why. Listen to me very carefully. Let's say she has 5 people watching this presentation. 3 people just text her, I want to be first. What does that mean? Well, in our compensation plan, it's called the dual compensation plan. The dual compensation plan basically means 2. You have 2 teams that you can build. You can build a left team, you can build a right team, and that's it. You can only build a left team and a right team. You can never build another team in Ibuumerang when you become an ambassador. Why is this important? It's important because the person who just joined, the first 2 people that she signs up, remember she got 3 text messages. All 3 people said, I want to be first. Based on who said it first, that's who goes in first. So she puts 1 person on her left team, she puts 1 person on her right team, and the computer could do this for you. You don't even have to understand this. You can set your computer to do it automatically for you. But where's the 3rd person go? 2 people are in the business. Where's the 3rd person go? If she can only build 2 teams, she started her 2 teams. Well, the 3rd person will have to go under one of her first 2 people. Why am I slowing down to share this with you? If she put the 3rd person right here on the left team, that went under her first person. Now, everything that this person does when they bring in ambassadors and their team starts to grow, that's their team growing too. So you can literally make money from the people who are above you by getting in their team fast. That may not mean a lot to you right now, and you may not understand it. But the first 2 people that I brought into Ibuumerang as ambassadors have over 10,000 ambassadors in their organization right now, because every person that I brought in after my first 2 went in their team. So I can't promise you what's going to happen in that team, but I can promise you this: the position that's available to you now, it may not be available to you in the next 15 minutes. So you want to get with the person who invited you to this presentation quick, fast, and in a hurry. Now that you know that you want to join the Ibuumerang life, the Ibuumerang experience, the boom on the global scale, I'm going to give you a recap of what you just saw. Let's say this is you. Follow the orange. You have ambassadors. You have customers. iGo, Zents, Vibe, Build Genius. All of that is inside the crib. Follow the blue line. Your team, your unlimited customers, your team's customers, your team's customers, your Vibe drivers who have customers. All that goes into the crib. Now follow the green. Anything that happens inside your crib, anything that happens inside your team who has a crib, a portion of any commissions that's paid out will go up to you. And based on your rank in the company, you can make higher commissions and deeper levels of commissions in your organizations to infinity. So with all that being said, now that you know that you want to join Ibuumerang, to join Ibuumerang, it is $100 US a month. Now that maintains your website, your Prib, your booking engines. It literally tracks and traces everything that goes on in your business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. While I'm talking to you right now, I spend $100 a month to run my business, and I'm making money in over 70 countries around the world. Now think about it. If you started a lemonade stand today, you opened up a lemonade stand today on the street that you live on, and if you ran that lemonade stand for 30 days and you were doing good, do you know that your overhead would be more than $100 US equivalent a month just to run a lemonade stand? But you can only make money on that corner where you sell lemonade. I'm spending $100 a month, less than it costs to run a lemonade stand, and I'm making money in over 70 countries around the world. So now that you know you want to be an iBoom ambassador, then you choose, do you want to be a business class, coach class, or first class? I don't care which way you join. I just care that you join. Now, I'm going to talk about first class because if you understand first class, you will understand the other ones anyway. To be a first class ambassador, it costs $1,000 US. Business class is $500, coach class is $250. Well, what's the advantage of first class? Well, you get first class everything. You get access to the iGo booking engines, the hotels, flights, rental cars, cruises, weekend home getaways, timeshare, marketplace. You get 50 boomerangs instead of 25 or 10. Now, remember, your boomerang, that's your inventory to go out and get free customers. When I send a boomerang code to a family member or a friend or somebody that I just met sitting at a bar, I send them a code. They activate that code. They go inside my Prib. They are my customer for life. I never talk to them again. If they don't activate the boomerang expires based on me telling it to expire. I can say expire in 1 day. I can say expire in 3 months, but I can make it expire. And once it expires, because they never activated it, it comes right back into my inventory. So I start with 50 boomerangs as first class, 25 or 10. There's a lot of power in the boomerang and having free customers. So obviously first class is the way to go. You get 100% of your bonus percentages instead of 50% at first class. I mean, at coach class. Now, the bonus and percentages, it's huge, especially if you start fast your first 30 days. You get up to 20% in your dual team compensation plan. Now, remember, I've made well over $1 million building Ibuumerang. Or a little bit, a little bit less. That's not true. A little bit less than $1 million since I started November the 2nd of 2019. So just a little bit over a year. Why am I sharing that with you? I don't even make 20%. I don't make 20%. As a first class ambassador, you can make up to 20% just because you're first class. And if you do this you can do this in your first 30 days and really take advantage of that. Or you get 12% or 10%. You get Prib and Vibe rides on all of them. Obviously, first class is where it's at. I can tell you this, that most, if not all, of every ambassador that I've ever brought into Ibuumerang end up upgrading to first class. Why? Because they start understanding it as time goes. So if you can start that way, you start that way. If you can start coach, start coach. The bottom line is get inside the person who invited you to this presentation, get inside their Prib. Get started with Ibuumerang. You're not going to learn everything today, but you can start making money with us today and earning and learning. We're going to finish the same way we started. Ibuumerang cannot and we cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to earn success, to have money in our program, information, tools, or strategies as you continue to read. Same way I started. Your local gym has a disclaimer statement. We do too. And the disclaimer statement at your local gym says we can't guarantee your results. You're going to have access to the treadmill. You're going to have access to the swimming pool. You're going to have access to the elliptical. You're going to have access to everything inside the gym. But even though you have access to everything inside your local gym, they still can't guarantee you're actually going to ever come back and get on those or using the equipment. Same thing in Ibuumerang. You have access to everything that have created 3 millionaires already in Ibuumerang in our first 18 months. The same access that they have, the hundreds of people who are making 5 figures a month, the same access they have. You have access to the same equipment, but we still can't guarantee how you're going to use it. So that is our disclaimer. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop the screen share and I'm going to turn it back over to our host, Curtis. I believe that's going to be you at this time. Thank you so much for being a part of this presentation. It's been my honor and my pleasure. Join the Prib, join the Boom. Trust me, you'll be glad you did. This is Boomathon Friday. Stay close to all the action that's going to happen every 2 hours. You can join us right now, start right now in the business, and literally another presentation is going to happen for you in 1 hour from right now. We're going to do the presentation. We're going to help you build your business. You jump, grow your wings on the way down. God bless you. Welcome to the Boom. I'm turning it back over to you, Curtis. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Johnny Wimbrey. It's obviously a pleasure to have you. And everyone on the call today, obviously, as Mr. Johnny Wimbrey just explained to you guys. If anyone's just joined, can you just mute so it doesn't distract us? Thank you very much. Awesome. So yeah, like what Johnny Wimbrey just explained there, get back to
Curtis, you've muted yourself.
Okay, someone just muted me. Okay, sorry guys. So guys, Miss Johnny Wimbrey obviously just showed you that presentation. If this is something for you and you're looking to join us, we can today show you how to get started straight away. So reach out to that person, and in 2 hours from now, or an hour from now, sorry, 1 hour from now, we have another call with another leader in our team. So what we say to you is just go out there, reach out to 2 to 5 extra people who you think will be open to having a look at this opportunity. Have them jump on the call and we can show them, and we can start building your team and getting your money back right now. So thank you very much, guys, for jumping on, and we'll speak to you very soon. Have a good day.